Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Magic video. Finally getting back into Limited with a Modern Horizons 3 draft after sitting out Outlaws of Thunder Junction. So finally we get the draft again. Let's see what we have. Our rare is Grist Voracious Larva, who it's harder to make work in Limited than we would want. But, you know, a 1-2 Death Toucher isn't terrible. Johnny Fell's the Godsire is like Elspeth Conquer's Death at Home. Let's see, an energy payoff could be good. I really like the Pinnacle Monk. I think this card is really just like the rate isn't terrible for a double-faced card. Let's see. Not in for that. Energy whatevers. Third draw whatevers. So there's not really a removal spell other than Deem Inferior here. I think Pinnacle Monk is just going to be the most flexible other than maybe the Contaminated Landscape. So we'll take that and go from there. Let's see what else we have. The Messenger. So second card drawn, you make stuff. Sure. Here's a dual land. Like that. A Foul Strike, a Solar Transformer. If you're in energy, I think this could be pretty good. Just the Grandeur Goblin, which is pretty cool. Nice idea at common. The Fanged Flames for just a removal spell. But I don't know. I'm looking at this Rush of Inspiration. I'm thinking that that's going to be P-Goo, as they say. Noting that we're passing the Horrific Assault and the Fanged Flames. Excuse me. I don't think Reform is quite good enough here, as blue doesn't have a lot of great ways to sacrifice stuff. Same with the Precursor. Like you're looking for other ways to sacrifice stuff, and that one's not giving you anything. Alright, so we got the black rare land. This one lets things connive, but only if stuff has died. Although notably, it can connive at instant speed, which is a rarity nowadays. Here's a Consuming Corruption, which seems to be a pretty good removal spell. It's also a Static Prison, which can do the thing as well if you are in energy. So this kind of presents us with a crossroads. Looks like there's a lot of black in here. So we could be like red-white energy or black-red like removal good stuff. This requires us to play a lot of swamps though. And we don't necessarily have that if we're playing these sorts of lands, but hey, I'm going to take it. We'll see where we end up. Aether Revolt. As long as a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn, it does extra damage, and whenever you get energy, it deals that much damage. Interesting. Muster the Departed, another Static Prison, a Waterlogged Teachings. I'm just going to end up with all of these cards in my deck. It does make black mana. It's castable off of black. Hunger Tide makes insects and then sacrifices them with mana value less than or equal to the number of creatures sacrificed. I think the Static Prison's probably the best thing happening here, so we'll take that. There's the White Flicker effect, a Battle Wagon, another Flicker type effect, Sarpadium Simulacrum. Deals 4, it does trigger Aether Revolt to deal 8, that's kind of fun. There's also a Seething Landscape. I kind of like the idea of the Battle Wagon, but we haven't seen a whole lot of blue. I think I'm just going to take the Seething Landscape. It gets red, white, or it gets red and black and blue, depending on what we need. I think the Spirit is quite good. This is a sorcery, but still could be pretty good. Conduit Goblin, so you're all in on energy with that one. Cranial Ram, you're all in on artifacts, which we haven't picked up a whole bunch of. And I kind of like the Indebted Spirit. My love. I wish I could take that just to have it. Double Dog Umbra. What's the amulet do? So energy, when you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, it deals 1 to each. That's kind of interesting that it lets you hang on to it until you use it again. I'm going to try the energy deck, I suppose. Is that better than Dog Umbra? Maybe. Mog Mob. That is pretty nice. Vexing Bauble also. So glad this card just exists in general. Looking forward to playing that in paper. I haven't seen a whole lot of black come back around, but I do think this guy's pretty good. I guess we'll take the mob. Getting a lot of those siege smashes. So we can take the unicorn. The Demon Fear is actually pretty good too. A split second. Is that? I guess it makes sure the creature always survives to get the pump. I guess I'll take the uncommon. I don't know. That one's kind of a weird pick. Let's see. So this is better in aggressive decks because it costs a whole lot less. Draw's Claw or the Ember Mage. I guess let's maybe try to pick up Ember Mages if they come around. This is black and white. So we'll take the Kite. It is kind of on color. Got an Umbra over the Siege Smash. Now I'm kind of sad I didn't take the Aether Revolt. With the Simulacrum. Ajani, Nactal Pariah. When ETBs create a token, whenever one or more other cats you control die, you can transform him. He puts counters on cats. He creates cats. And he eats permanents. Probably pretty good. Over the Enchanter. I mean, that's, again, decent rate. We like the flip lands. Just a Fanged Flames here for red. Let's see, an Amped Raptor. Smelted Charge Bug. So the Raptor gives you energy, and then it lets you cast stuff with energy, but only the turn it comes into play. There's a Genitorium, which is a very good energy payoff if you're in blue-red. This thing gives menace. Yes, let's take the Raptor. If we can keep our curve low enough, that might let us pay for stuff. I don't think we're interested in the Pearl Ear sort of thing. I do like the Scurry of Gremlins. I do also like the Ironworks. Thraben Charm also pretty good as removal. Let's see, an artifact or creature in your graveyard, you get 2 energy. That's also pretty good. I think the Scurry is going to be our choice here. As much as I want to believe that that would wheel, I'm just not convinced of it. So here's our second Skola, which when one is on the board, you can discard the other one. Oh, and sacrifice 2 mountains. Yikes. So I think then I'm much more interested in the Conduit Goblin over a second Kite or a Unicorn. Shifting Woodland also very good, just as a card, not in our deck, clearly. Because you have to be playing mountains. I think we'll take the Conduit Goblin. Oh, Flooded Strand. And another Ember Mage. Manifest. So we do have some ways to modify things with the Spirit and the Mandibular Kite. Do we have any other ones? No. Here's a Thraben Charm, though. I think we'll just take that as removal. Yeah. An Envoy of Ancestors, a Jolted Awake, an Inventor's Axe. Modified creatures you control have lifelink. We're not really all in on that. So it's just a Bone Splitter that spots you the first equip. Or we take Jolted Awake to bring stuff back. Also has cycling. Jolted Awake can bring back Mog Mob. It can bring back Scurry of Gremlins. I don't know. Let's take that, yeah. Pyretic Rebirth might actually be worth splashing for. Another Conduit Goblin or an Area Auxiliary. Deals damage to that. So if that brings back like Pinnacle Monk, which then just gets Pyretic Rebirth back, okay, I'm in for that. Again, we have ways to get that mana if we need it. Not our colors. Cave. Really nothing here for us. Take the Consuming Corruption. Just to, you know, send a message to the person drafting black at the table. That's possibly playable over anything else. Junk Driver, Not Master, Genitorium. Let's take the rare. Whatever. I don't think we're playing any of the other cards there. Take the Gargoyle. I'll take the Unicorn just to have a 2-drop, another 2-drop there. Got another Ember Mage if we want it. And Drossclaw. Orm's Chant. Yay. Preprints, or whatever you want to call printing into the form, or into the format. What's this Void Pouncer? So, the one nice thing about taking the Insight is that it is a dual land for us here. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, create a blood token, blah, blah, blah. Turn each creature to the battle from your grid. Wow, that's pretty insane. We don't have a way... We don't have a way to really abuse Orm's Chant. So I think I'm going to take the Insight here as a tap land. Stump Stomp is pretty good. A second Scurry of Gremlins. We're going to take Perilous Landscape. What's our Seething gets us? So that's not really... I'm going to take the Scurry, but we're definitely looking for one of these to pick up for later. Not the right colors. Thelia. An ETB, when it attacks, exile up to one other target non-land permanent, beginning the next end step. Then it gets bigger. It's a Pyro Surfer. It gains Battle Cry. That could be pretty good just to really push damage through. Thelia. We do have some ETB, so I'll take Thelia. Again, we'll take the rares, the totally higher power. There's another Amped Raptor. And Expel the Unworthy. Galvanic Discharge could be very good here. I don't think we're playing Savine's Reclamation, although we could. I think the Discharge is just going to be better, although we definitely need creatures. Yeah, I'll take the Discharge. It gives you a lot of energy too. Meteoric Mace. Suppression Ray, another Static Prison. I don't think I'm interested in that. Love that this card exists, too. That's very cool. Great art, and looking forward to playing that in Modern. Is the Mace good? The Mace can hit a fair amount of things. Helps with Modified. I'll take the creature. Another Static Prison. Oh, here we go. Perilous Landscape. Definitely take that over a Static Prison or the other Thraben Charm. Cranial Ram. Thraben Charm number 2. Or the rare. Legion Leadership. Here we go. Double Conduit Goblins too. Another Mog Mob. I think we're definitely just going to take the tap land here. Do we have a Dog Umbra? We do. Could take a second Inventor's Axe. I thought we took that. Huh. I guess we'll take the first Inventor's Axe then. And creature count, still looking to get that a little bit higher. Although Scurry of Gremlins counts as creatures. Let's see, nothing really playable here. Take the colorless card. That's not playable. The question now is, do we play a single swamp? I think with the triple red, I'm really not interested in this, because we're never going to be able to cycle it. And we're really just relying... Well, we can't just rely just on Blood-Soaked Insight, though, so yes, we do play that. Take the Siege Smash to have it. That blows up artifacts, right? It does. Okay, I mean, that might be good enough. Hey, a late Expel the Unworthy. Although not quite as good in this deck since we're looking to win through combat damage, but you never know. And another Thraben Charm. Sure. Okay. I don't think that went super well. I do really think that this deck could have done the Aether Revolt thing. But let's see. Let's see what we have here. Oops. Okay, so this is really, I can't put those up, but those are creatures. So this hits artifacts and creature cards. So really we're looking to hit like Pinnacle Monk and Ember Mage, but it's also not bad to hit Mog with it. And then does damage to that mana. So it can also hit the Amulet and the Axe in a pinch. See if we put these. This is over here. That could go either way. Either way. Like, we have a lot of these, which is nice. Let's see. This is a creature. This also hits artifacts and creatures. So again, can get Pinnacle Monk back, which gets Jolted Awake back. It also just gives us energy and cycles. So, what's the distribution look like? It's pretty even across everything. So, the only other cats we can get come from the Godsire. Create a cat warrior creature token. When you do, if you control a red permanent, he deals damage. Wow, that's actually pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. I think we can cut a mountain, given that all of our tap lands make red. So that leaves us with 16 lands. Oh, right, the Pinnacle Monk as well. I'm going to go to one swamp. I think between the Seething Landscape and the Insight, that's going to be enough to hit Pyretic Rebirth. Because again, we can cast Blood-Soaked on mono red if we have to. That puts us at 15 lands. 15. And then, really, that one for sure is almost always going to be a land. So it's like 16 lands, and then any of those can double in. That's fine. Need 2 more cuts. What's Dog Umbra do? Let's just cut that. What are our energy payoffs? It's Scurry of Gremlins. It's Conduit Goblin can eat them. Unstable Amulet can draw us cards with it. Okay, so we have enough stuff to do things. I mean, one more card cut. Yeah, and see, when I first saw this card, I didn't see the sacrifice 2 mountains part of it. I thought you just, needed another Skola or Skoa. We don't have enough mountains really to make that something that we're interested in. I'm wondering if the Inventor's Axe is just not good enough. Although it is really nice with the Envoy of Ancestors. Huh. Thought we took that Meteoric Mace, but I guess we didn't. So we have 11, or is it 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-ish creatures. Is that enough for Thraben Charm? Probably. We need one more cut. We need one more cut. I definitely think this is going to be front-faced way more. 7, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's tough. I wonder... Keep looking to just maybe cutting a plains. That can't be right. It's got to be a non-creature, I think. I think the amulet stays. Maybe we just cut the expel, since it's gaining them life. It feels weird, but I think otherwise we're just gonna be able to go past them with stuff. So okay, let's try this. Definitely a strange format, or at least a very complicated format with a lot of synergy. I can't say I am super high on the major themes of this Modern Horizons, the Eldrazi and Energy. I just don't think they're all that interesting for me as a player. Like, with Energy, so much of it is free, right? Like, the ability to make energy, especially on ETB, doesn't really cost anything on the card, so it feels free, and it's uninteractable, which is also a real shame. This is, man, on the draw, we have our 1 swamp, 2 stranded red cards. We have 2 good white cards. Let's keep it. Let's see if we can get Ajani to flip, because I think Ajani does pose a very serious question to the opponent. Oh man, they have a turn 1 play. That's no good. So hopefully it's not anything beyond maybe cycling. Okay, cool. Would love to see some mountains or some of our red sources. This is where our tap lands are going to kind of bite us, is that our red sources are going to come into play tapped, except if we get the Prowess Monk. Okay, double green. I'm going to play Ajani here. So they need to be able to deal 3 damage. We can effectively get that cat killed off. Like, we want that to die so we can flip Ajani. Okay. Does that save us? Does not save Ajani. That's okay. Let's attack. I think I am going to go for the Mentor. Ooh, actually, that's interesting, because we don't want to mentor onto Ajani. Yeah, we'll mentor onto the cat, because then if it dies, we get the unicorn and Ajani flips, and the cat can put a counter on Ajani either way. Ooh, that's huge. Are they gonna go get a plains for us? No, island. Is that the Esper one? It is. Unfortunate the Esper one got saddled with kind of middling art here. I am just going to try and kill the Grist. Well, no. We'll let them make that decision. There's the tap land I was talking about. Let's do this. Bestow. So Ajani has to attack to get that, but now we're just smashing him for 4, so I'll take that. Next turn we can play our tap land to unlock red. But yeah, the Esper one kind of got not the best art. It's great art. I think it doesn't scream Esper to me the way some of the other landscapes really hit all of the color notes. I just now decided to check and see if the snowball's working. It is. Great. Nice. Good job, Snowball. Right. I'm trying to learn about basketball here in this text. Incapable of being rational about basketball. All right, so they are going to kill it, which lets us flip a Johnny. Yes. Whoop. Nice. All right. Interesting. Okay, so let's play land. It was probably better to have played the Legion leadership actually there. If you control a red permanent other than a Johnny, well, I mean, we're still going to make the cat token. It just doesn't get to trigger there. We'll attack, pop. Now we can start plussing him if we need to. Draw 3 cards and create a spawn. Okay, that's a lot of cards. Blink, blink. Yeah, I think it was definitely a mistake to play the false there. My goodness, deck. So I just want to be able to do this to make a cat with the Johnny. We're going to equip this to the unicorn so that the mentor will trigger. We're going to get our whatevers. We can make a cat. Yeah, and then they're just off it because they are in a world of hurt. They would take, because if we shoot the token, they would take 7. Yeah, 7 from those. Yeah, it's. Yeah. Oh, we could actually. Oh no, because that was our red. I was gonna say we could have doubled somebody's power as well. Oh boy, tickets. This is something quite strange. I'm not sure that's really something we want to be. Well, we as consumers want to be doing with Arena, but it's there. I guess it does let you kind of have a mastery pass, like 2 mastery passes going at the same time, but it feels a little lame. Like you still earn the tickets, but you can't spend them unless you pay the gems to buy the thing. All right, so we don't have white. Interesting. Okay. I think we just seething landscape for a second mountain then, since we already have our swamp. And hopefully get our way to playing Mogmob. Let's see. This always exiles, okay? But it's only ever going to cast something if we hit a 2 or a, well, okay, a 2 or a 1 drop. All right, sure. Let's just play this. Let's just go get a mountain. No need to hold up everybody's priority. Unfortunately, if that had been untapped, we would have been able to Inventor's Axe for more energy for the Raptor. At the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature, look at the top 7 cards. You may sacrifice a creature. If you do, you may put a creature card with mana value X or less, where X is 1 plus a sacrifice creature. Okay. Sure. A lot of our stuff costs 2 or 1. Yeah, that's a shame. We wouldn't have been able to cast that for a long time anyway, though. So we can actually go Mog Mob. Oh, they get to sacrifice that. Oh, they get to look first. So they get to look and see if there's anything in there that costs 4 that they want to put into play. There was not. Okay. So now let's attack. They're going to block. Let's push the damage then. Pop. I think we'll probably cycle Jolted Awake. Although it can get back Mog Mob now. We just need 1 planes, and there's 7 of them in the deck. Okay. What are their sleeves? Oh, one of the dragons. I think that's the red dragon alt art. So again, they get to look first before they decide to sacrifice. So that's pretty nice. They can sacrifice the Witness or the Sentry if they want a 5-drop here. They discarded a Fetid Gargantua, which is the 5-drop we were talking about. Notably, we still have First Strike to go through the Sentry. And if we play the Mob, oh, they are going to sacrifice the Witness, okay? Yep. Alright, so what are they playing? A Brushwag, which gives it Trample. Let's cycle this. Sure. Unfortunate, we do just need to turn this on. Pow. So Galvanic Discharge can do a lot of damage now. If they go for the Adapt, we get to blow them out. So I think I'm going to hang on to that since Mog Mob does not let us do that. Oh, they've got a fight instead. Okay, so they cannot adapt in response. To pay 4. So they still get to double punch like that, which is unfortunate. Which is quite a good little card. We're going to exile the Sentry though on our turn. Or we can exile whatever they put into play. Ooh, they have a 2-drop, okay. The Emperor of Bones. Okay. So this has Adapt. Yep. And then whenever 1 or more counters are put on it, put an exiled creature into play. Okay. So we're going to play this. We're going to play this. And we're going to eat that. Okay. I don't think I want to equip since I'm looking to use the axe. Or I'm looking to pay for the prison for a little bit. Oh my. Okay. Opponent ripping pretty nice here. So we don't have another answer for that. Or we need the Ajani Fells the Godsire. So they can sacrifice the Emperor and get a 3-drop or get a 6-drop. I doubt they're going to sacrifice this guy. Return each creature from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter. Okay. Yep, my turn. Unstable Amulet. It's pretty good. Do this. This also puts them on a clock, which is nice. What are you holding priority here for? Oh, because they can sacrifice to make blood. Okay. I'm going to activate this. Which pings them and exiles. Hey, take that. This makes more energy. I think let's get pretty aggressive here. Because he does not have lifelink. You would put a creature card exiled with Emperor of Bones. Okay. So they just get him back. It gains haste. Oh, but they sacrifice it. Okay. Okay. So they can grab the Mog, attack with it, and then throw it at... Oh, they're just going to do it this way. Interesting. Huh. Okay. No blocks. So they can sacrifice the Raptor to get a 3-drop. Which, I mean, you might as well do. It's free value. Yep. Now we're definitely losing. Yep. We're going to do that. Let's go ahead and activate. Woof. Okay. So they get their guy back. There's no sense attacking. Alright, we need to find something. That energy card would actually be super good because I believe it's an instant, which would let us keep the Static Prison around. Target creature gets X plus X, where X is the number of counters on permanents you control, so they can adapt the Expanding Ooze. They chose not to do that. Okay. They both have Adapt. I'm looking at their own graveyard because I don't think I have anything. Yeah. But let's see, we have seen 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of our lands. It's unfortunate. They get to swing out because the Hydra Trainer can pump itself, right? Yeah. Oh, they are going to exert it. Give it to itself. So it gets +2/+2. Oh, +3/+3. Ah, very nice. So... Oh, when it attacks. I see, I see. Okay. Okay. Alright, so that is games. Yeah. I wish we really had not drawn so many lands. Like, we looked pretty deep with the amulet and just never hit anything. I think if we had had some spells off that, we pressured their life a little bit more. make them leave stuff back, but it's the way it goes. Game 3. An email. Man. Oh, okay. Okay. This still gives us an out to a turn 3 Mob if we draw a mountain. We're going to run a Johnny out, turn 2 here. It's not quite what we wanted to see, but let's get on the board with 2 permanents. We can also just run the Perilous, go grab a mountain, and play the Unicorn if we wanted to do that. Sage of the Unknowable, sure. Let's do just that. Play this. We're going to attack, get in for 1. Pop, pop. And then we will hold Felia up. So now they have access to 4 mana, right? But only for colorless spells. Nice. Worn Power Stone. Seems good. Okay, so let's go get our mountain. We can play Felia. Draw a mountain. But we get to exile a Johnny. Let's see. Beginning of the next end step, return to the battlefield under its owner's control. Yeah, we'll just make more cats. Block there. Yep. Pop, pop. Let's play this. Play this. Submit 2. Do that. Just take them off their mana. They have a Null Elemental Blast in hand? Is that what that was? Why would they have retained priority there? Okay, they still have a lot of mana. And we're just going to keep exiling a Johnny at this point. Unfortunately, he won't see the cats die, so they need to do something about that. Or they would need to not block. Okay, they have a Death Toucher. And they have a fight spell, Demon Inferior. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Let's play our land. Jolted Awake gives us 2. So we don't want to mentor just yet. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to take a bunch. Because now we can Jolted Awake the Mob and kill the Nightshade Druid. Yes. And again, just disrupting their mana should be really efficient here. This unlocks a lot of attacks. Now they're just going to go looking for land. I got a mountain. Okay. Nice. It has mentor. No, let's hold that. Because we can put that, sure. Yeah, so what'd they cascade into? A Brood Scale. Because we're just going to do this. attack. Okay, so that flips a Johnny. Leaves them with the Altasaur, though. Altasaur does have trample, so it could immediately kill the Ajani, but we will have a gigantic cat token. Reading the card. Deciding what they have as answers. But again, if they're answering the Ajani, they're not answering... okay, we get to flip here. Tells me they might have a fight spell or a bite spell, which we don't have. Oh, we do have a red permanent. Dong. Red permanent. Seems good. Sure, so this makes them a spawn. So they have blockers, but we're just going to keep making cats over and over again. We do need to block there. Ponk. And they're done. Very nice. Yeah, because we can make a cat shoot that, and then they would need an instant speed creature. All right. Notice my rank is really low because didn't play any Thunder Junction. That set did not appeal to me. All right. 2 wins, 1 loss. Game 4. There's all of our land. We have seen this one swamp in our opening hand so much. I think this is a pretty sketchy keep, but we're gonna get our second mountain off the landscape. They have priority? Why? What is giving them priority? They don't have any creatures in play for any of the flares. They have one of the evoke elementals. Can't be Solitude. Subtlety? Do they all have flash? Could have been Fury. No, yeah. They've got an evoke elemental. Oof, that's really bad. That's really bad for us. Yeah, I'm just going to play out 2-2. We can get it back if we really need it. I want to give them something to look at that isn't my envoy. Alright, so they could have Grief or Solitude. Or they're just holding full control. Sure. Cat blocks the transmigrant. Again, Ajani creates a "do you have an answer" question. I don't remember Solitude. If Solitude can be evoked, I guess it can be evoked. They can all be evoked without a target. Let's see. I don't remember what they all do. Solitude is a Swords to Plowshares, right? Yep. Okay. Grief. Grief does not have flash. That's not what it was. So it has to be Solitude? I can't think of any cycling 0 cards that are in the set. Again, it couldn't have been a flare because they don't have the, they can't pay the additional cost. Here, if the unicorn attacks with a Johnny, the Johnny goes up to a 2/3, which is pretty nice. And we can just bring him back. Yeah, okay, I like that. Because Jolted Awake can hit a Johnny. That was nice too. That lets us do 2 things. So we're going to play this pre-combat because this lets us... This gives a Johnny lifelink now. If they want to do 2 damage to him, they need to do it sooner rather than later. They need to do it right now. If they have the consuming whatever, the fixed or new tendrils of corruption that we took 2 of and aren't playing. What was the name of that card? Pretty sure it has consuming in the name. Consuming corruption. Yes. So yeah, it was Solitude. Yep. Okay. Sucks because that's an exile. But that costs them a card to do. Brings out a Legion Leadership. Okay. They can bring that back tapped. Okay. Ah, they're just going to do it now. Interesting. Okay. Play this. Just going to outlast you now. And attack. Attack. Enter. Rose-Caught Knight. Okay, so that can get pretty big. Chances are they're gonna find something. Well, yeah, no, they're gonna find an artifact, I think, in white-black. Oh, they got an Umbra. Okay, nice. They can't play it yet. Legion Leadership could really get them here, depending on how they want to play this. They are gonna go in. That's fine. Turn. Mandibular Kite, actually. Really just want to move that over. I think it's worth it to try and get the knight off the board while we can. Oh. Okay. Gain some life. Poink. And poink. Okay. So they can Dog Umbra something, which makes it not able to attack. We can Static Prison the Dog Umbra post-combat if we wanted to. It can't attack or block. Okay. They're going to Plane Cycle an Angel of Ruins. Okay. That's actually really nice that they're not playing that because that wrecks our board. Alright, so they got a Plains. You got it. I don't think you can attack anymore. Well, you can because they've got Dog Umbra. We're not blocking there. Poink. Expecting them to hold 2 here. A Victimize. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That eats our entire board. Wow. You just... I mean, yep. Did it. Because they're also exiled, so like we can't get any of that back. Every piece of removal they've ever had is exile. I should have cycled there. Yeah. I'm just gonna quality of life scoop. There's no way. We don't have enough ways to deal with Angel of Ruins. And no, I did not have fun. Why would that be fun? I think if they had any sort of just regular removal instead of exile, I think maybe there would have been a point to keep playing, but it's because we could have gotten Johnny back and maybe started trying to force some stuff. This swamp, I swear to God. I'm gonna keep it, but that's every game, right? Every game that swamp has been in our opening hand. Insane. All right, that's already one of our high cost things. I would love to. Yes, fantastic. Okay. Cool. Going to attack here. We'll hold the Amped Raptor. If they want to pay to trade the Slith for the Raptor, we can. Or if they want to remove the Raptor. Okay. We can also Jolted Awake the Raptor if we need to. Blink, blink. Okay. Yeah, okay. So that means it's going to get the counter. Sure. Okay, so let's do this here. Yep. So now we get... Oh, it's only cast from hand. Interesting. Okay. So we'll attack in the air, and we'll sit on our axe, which now they need to generate energy to be able to get past the raptor. Although they have a modified creature now, if that matters. Okay. Okay. Bone Splitter ahoy, baby. Nice. That's pretty funny. We don't have a permanent for it. Go get him, kids. Pop, pop. Doink. Donk. Yup. Create the servo, I'd imagine. Yep. 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 Make a cat. Shoot that. Yeah, I guess let's play him. Given our mana situation's a little crimped, I think we'll hang on to it. We'll hang on to our energy too. We've got Static Prison to remove a blocker. We've got a Johnny to remove a blocker. That is not going to do it, friendo. Tonk. So now we can just sack the Simulacrum. Oh, it only hits creatures. Okay. No, we can't. They're dead doing a Johnny uptick. They're dead to many other different things. Mana Screw. You got it. There you go, bud. Alright, what's that? 3 and 2 now? Not bad. Let's see, I had about 40,000 gold that I'd worked up from not playing OTJ. But I spent that on the fetch lands just to save myself the time and effort of trying to get them from packs or whatever. So I dropped 40,000 gold to get 5 or 4 of each of the allied fetches. But hey, now I've got them. Had the gems. Oh, man. Oh, this gets planes. Okay, no, this is fine. It was kind of an awkward hand, but Pinnacle Monk can come into play untapped. But yeah, so I have the gems. I have 2 draft tokens. I used one of them to start this draft. This is my first draft of the format. I did not get to play at all yesterday, which was Tuesday for me, because I just had a lot going on yesterday. Let's play Johnny. And today was rather busy as well, so hence the, what is this? I don't know. I guess it's actually Thursday now. It's 12:51 a.m. No, Johnny. No, don't look at him. No. The exile removal. Come on. All right. Well, I'm going to play that tapped. Yeah, we'll play this. Yep. Let's not do that yet, since that can already attack. So we've got Thraben Charm mana up if we need it. Party Thrasher. Okay. So we get to deal damage equal to twice the number of creatures we control. Oh, are we gonna get got? What do they have? Nice. Okay. Well, there's no way around that. We do get to attack into it, though. Wow. Okay. Just tapped. They must be like hardcore control then if they're willing to trade cards like that. 2/2. Okay. Turn. So this thing can pump itself, but if it gets... Oh, it's got Threshold. Okay. Okay, so they have the Time Ebb. If they're looking at permanents, I think, instead of creatures. Landscape. Oh, do they have their own Pinnacle Monk? Yep. Okay. Ghostfire Slice. Okay. Poink. Would love a land. Would have really liked a white source there. because we're just going to bounce that anyway. Especially, we're hoping they really tap out so that we can... Okay, so that is really cheap for them. Lalia. Okay. That's pretty unfortunate. Okay. Man. Got by that, huh? Okay. That's good. Okay. Does that do 4? It does. Okay. Sure. You got it. So 5 cards in the graveyard. They can go to 6 with the landscape. Okay. What does this guy do with his... when it dies? Okay, so now they can make... They can make a 3/3. Yep. Sure. Okay, so they can pay 3, so they don't have enough energy there. Man. We want them to attack, though, so that Felia can attack. Yeah. Yep. No blocks. Felia just has to attack. She can flicker the gremlins all day. That's a good one. Activate. Make some blockers. A whole bunch of energy. Okay. Oh, whoops. Just gonna sacrifice this. Because that would have turned Threshold on. So now they're trying to draw a non-creature spell to pump the superconductor. Yep. We are going to get some life back, though. Oh, no. Drew an answer for the the envoy. Okay. There, yep. Yep. So we're just chumping to buy time here. Really unfortunate. Oh, and then I just lose? Nice. I'm good at this game. I'm good at this game. I could have blocked, but then they get any sack outlet and never able to kill the thing. They paid. Oh, they did pay. That was dumb. That was a bad attack and a bad scoop, but it's late, so I guess maybe I have poo brain. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll try to. This should be up on Thursday, and we'll probably have some more Modern Horizons drafts in the future. And yeah, I'll do it. I'll catch y'all next time. Bye bye.